In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to take the hairline of a deep wave closure wig and add baby hair to it like this. I'm also going to be showing you guys how to fix your mistakes if you were to create a hole in your wig. And lastly, I'm showing you guys how to make your curls pop like this. So if you're interested in seeing how I did that, then just stay tuned. Okay, so honestly, the first thing I'm going to do is take this mannequin head and put a towel under it because I really don't have time for the slipping and sliding. That's like one of the most annoying things that you could possibly go through when you're trying to style a wig and it's not on somebody's head. The next thing I'm going to do is just cut off these side tabs because in my opinion, it makes the style look more unnatural than it needs to be, and you really don't need these side tabs to be here at all, which I've said before in other videos. So I'm just taking it off, and now I am parting this wig out in the middle before I take my Nairobi mousse to start the molding process. And when I say the molding process, I basically mean that this mousse is going to help you style your wig. The direction that you want your hair to go in, the mousse is going to help you get it in that direction and help it stay in that direction. And the mousse is also going to be a great help in getting your wig to be flat at the top. This isn't a sleek, straight wig, so the top doesn't necessarily have to be very flat, but you still don't want it to be lumpy as well. So right now, I'm not going to be running the comb through the hair too much because, like I said, this is not straight hair. I don't need it to be so flat and sleek, but I am going to be running the comb through the edges to make sure that they're just styled nice and back because I don't know, I just think it looks cute like that. I don't know. And the blow dryer is on the heat setting. And I just did this until the top was pretty much dry, but it doesn't have to be like super dry either. Next, I'm going to be using my razor comb to cut off the excess lace, and I'm getting the razor comb as close to the hairline as possible. Also, I want you to notice how I am intentionally not making a straight line out of this. I need it to be jagged. I need it to be, I guess, kind of crooked, if that's what you want to call it, because I feel like the straighter your wig is in the front, the more it looks like a closure and not a natural hairline. Like, who has a straight natural hairline other than Kim Kardashian and them? And they probably got like some type of implant surgery to get it, or it's just an Armenian thing. Like, most people don't have a straight hairline for us. So come on, like, you know, give it a rest. Just make it crooked. Make it as close to what your hairline look like as possible if you can. And right now I'm also taking my scissors to cut off even more lace, getting it as close to where the hair starts as possible. And as you can see, I'm still intentionally keeping this line not straight and more jagged than anything. Okay, so like Usher, I have a confession. I did not have to do this at all. I don't even know why I played myself, but I'm happy that I did because I got a video out of it and now I can show y'all something that probably happened to y'all. I'm using this hot comb. I don't need to use a hot comb, especially with the deep wave. I really don't feel like you have to, but I'm using it anyways, and I created a hole because the hot comb was too hot and this lace is thin, which is a good thing. You want thin lace because when it melts into your skin, it looks even more natural. But when the hot comb is too hot, it definitely can create a hole in the lace, and you can see it a little bit on the right side in that previous clip. So I just had to be like, okay, forget it. I'm gonna cut it off. And in order like to balance out the slopes, I had to do the same thing to the other side. Now, before I even cut a hole in this wig, I knew that this wig was gonna be with extra baby hair. So that is gonna really work as a concealer for, I guess, the hairline, which is now even more jagged than it came out to be. It kind of looked like it's trying to give like a widow's peak vibe, but I don't know what kind of widow's peak that is. It's like a swoop widow's peak, but it still came out really nice. But the point is that don't use your hot comb when it's too hot. Like, blow it, give it some time, like, be careful. But right now I'm just parting out my baby hair, and instead of just doing a straight line like how I would do for this part right here, just a straight line to part out baby hair, when I'm parting out baby hair towards the sides, I like to do more of like a triangular cutout shape. I don't know, I just been feeling it lately. And yeah, I'm parting out my baby hair before I take the razor to it. And I don't know why I keep calling it a razor comb. That is not a razor comb. It is just a razor. But I'm parting out my baby hair, making sure that this is exactly where I want them to be before I take my razor and cut them. And when I'm cutting my baby hair, I cut them in the direction that I want my baby hair to go in. So because this baby hair is right in front of the part, I want it just to be cut straight down. I don't need to cut it in any type of angle, but on this side, my hand is going to block it momentarily, but I am holding the razor to an angle, and I'm holding it to the angle that I'm actually going to be swooping my baby hairs in. I hope that makes sense, but cut your baby hairs at an angle. And if you have any sparse, longer hair that's still sticking out, take your razor to it and cut that thing too. Like, it's not a big deal at all. Now I am just plucking out the hairline a little bit further. I had already plucked this hairline before I started. I didn't record it though because I do have a plucking video on my channel, and I will link that up here so you guys can go watch that and just take in all the tips that I give you as far as plucking goes. I don't know if you noticed, but right here behind this parted out baby hair section is really thick, and I just wanted to thin it out a little bit more by plucking it before I actually started, or before I finished the styling process. In order to get the curls to be really popping, I'm mixing mousse as well as this Aussie conditioner into a spray bottle that is filled with water 3/4 of the way. And I'm just adding a couple of pumps of each product into this spray bottle before I saturate all of the hair, basically. I'm going to drench the hair completely in this mixture because when you comb out dry, curly hair, it just would start shedding. It just would like it's just not it doesn't end well. So I really, really, really do highly recommend that any curly hair, whether you get it from House of Vane, which we all know has the best hair anyway, or whether you get it from somewhere else, I'd still highly recommend that you wet your hair all the way before you sit here and comb it out, and never ever ever comb it out with a little small comb. I always recommend using a wig brush like this, and people call them a denim brush, I think, as well, before you comb out any curly hair. And I also felt that it wasn't even saturated enough, so I did go back in between the tracks, under the tracks, at the ends, to make sure that it was completely wet before I continue to brush it out. And now I'm going to start working on styling my baby hair. If you watched my baby hair tutorial on my straight wig, then you would know that basically the only product that I use to really mold baby hairs is mousse. And I'm also using this little edges brush, which has a brush and a comb on either end of it to mold it. A lot of times when I do baby hair, all I use is mousse and the brush. I don't even use my fingers to help me. And sometimes it comes out best like that. But sometimes, as you will see later in this video, I do use my fingers also as a guide to swoop the baby hairs in the direction that I need them to be. I also use this mousse to get the hair that is not part of the baby hair molded and out of the way, just so it helps to style the hair how you want it to. I like this pushback look, like I said, but it also does help to keep the hair out of the way as you're trying to style your baby hair. So I don't really know if there is much for me to say about what I'm doing. If I find something to say as I'm watching this with you, then I'll definitely come on here and give you guys another tip, another gem or whatever. But for right now, I think I'm just going to let you guys watch. As I think I mentioned earlier in this video, this wig was made with the intentions of having extra baby hair. So as I was adding the baby hairs, I started cutting even more hair to add into the baby hairs because I wanted that extra baby hair look. And it's okay to do that. If you already cut it, it's okay to like part out some more hair and cut that as well. And use as much mousse as you need to. You don't have to be scared of the mousse. The mousse will not hurt your wig at all. If you feel like you're styling the baby hair and it's not coming out right and the mousse starts to dry up, it's okay to go ahead with another pump of mousse. It's fine. The mousse is really, really great in helping you keep the hair out of the way, and it's really annoying when you just pick up like the longer hairs and you're trying to focus on the baby hair. So use your mousse. Don't be afraid of the mousse at all. It can only help you. Sometimes it does work better to use the brush and finger trace, I should say, method when you're trying to swoop your baby hair. But sometimes it works best when you just don't use your fingers at all. So try both ways. Try just using the brush on its own with the mousse, and then try also using your fingers to swoop to see which way you like it better. And baby hair is a process. Like, you don't just master baby hair your first time trying it, and sometimes it is annoying. Like, I was probably doing this for I don't even know how long. I really don't even know how long, because you got to remember this video was like chopped and screwed. I don't even know how long I was actually sitting here doing baby hair on this 5x5 closure. But take your time, be patient with yourself. It's not a big deal. Another thing that we have to normalize, since people love saying normalize now, is normalize not taking everything so serious. It's not that big of a deal. Once you style your baby hair and you feel like it's a little bit too long, it's okay to get the scissors and cut it. Just make sure you still keep it cut at an angle, or else it's going to look like you cut it and it's going to look like a straight line, and then it won't look like natural baby hair anymore. So at this point, I'm pretty much done styling all of my baby hair, but you know, I told y'all I'm kind of OCD when it comes to this. If I'm not feeling it, I will play with it and add as much mousse as I want to until I'm actually really feeling it. I like how the baby hair looks at this point, so I'm just adding mousse to style the top of the closure, pushing it back if I want it pushed back, just making sure that I'm just finishing the style off, and the mousse is going to be your best friend with getting the hair to go in the direction that you want it to go in. So I let this dry, and I did a little bit more light plucking towards the hairline just to make it look even more natural, and this is how it came out. Once it was dry, the curls were drying off. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions in the comment section. You know that I love to engage with you guys. Thank you so much also for my new subscribers, for the likes that I've been getting, the comments that I've been getting. It's really like, I really like feel it. You know, like, thank you guys so much. As I said, this hair is from my hairline, House of Vane. I will leave it down in the description box, as well as the lengths of this hair, the details of everything. You don't have to worry about that. And yeah. If you guys have any other video requests for me as far as what you would like to see me doing or something you're struggling with, then hit me up in the comments and I will definitely look into it. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all even for watching my videos. Like, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.